Good afternoon and welcome to Don Bosco Preparatory School in Ramsey, New Jersey for Pope John Lion freshman football. Mike Formisano here calling today's action as the Pope John Lions freshman football team gets set to take on Don Bosco Prep, the Ironmen. Hosting Pope John today, the Lions coming off of 2 straight defeats at the hands of Seton Hall and St. Peter's, but they look to finish their regular season today with a victory against Don Bosco Prep. Let's go over the roster for Pope John. We start with number 0, Yaz registered. Number 6 is Giabora. Number 9, Tommy Walton. Number 15, Michael Marston. Number 19, Vic Fiore. Number 24, Vincent Jessamaria. 29 is Aiden DiOlivo. 30, Connor Johnston. 31, Seamus Corcoran. 34, Joey Labrano. Number 40, Nick Sadowski. Number 45, Andrew Jessamaria. 55 is Sutton Fullwood. 59, Ryan Watts. Number 67, Landon Hendricks. Number 68, Riley Watts. Number 70, Emilio Baracco. 72 is Mike Morelli. Number 86 is Jacob Post. The head coach of the Pope John Lions freshman football team is Christian Bosa. Assistant coach Jack Morelli. Athletic trainer is Gerard Graziano. And the Pope John High School athletic director is Brian McAleer. I'm Mike Formisano. We are here live at Don Bosco Preparatory High School in Ramsey, New Jersey. It'll be the Pope John Lions freshman team against Don Bosco Prep, the Ironmen. And that's next right here. Come back with us at Don Bosco Prep.
They said that I couldn't do it, so I wouldn't. Did it? W's only in army. Win it. Top of the world, the globe is spin. You know. What? Mission. Okay, let's get it. Gotta put the time on my hands like a wristwatch. I don't got time for the breaks and the pit stop. Race through the gridlock, taking a Chris Rock. Right to the chin, still wearing heavy metals like Slipknot. Got me driving, I got tunnel vision. I just hit my stride the way I run the business. I've been making paper like I'm doing Memphis. See the end game, I got one division. Look, I don't never bother with a critic. Hit it with a chronicle of Riddick.
Welcome back to Don Bosco Prep in Ramsey, New Jersey for Pope John Lion freshman football. Mike Formisano at you. Calling today's action. We still have about 2.5 minutes before the end of warm-ups, and then the captains will meet at center field to have the coin toss and get set for the opening kickoff. So just wanted to go over a little bit of the Pope John season so far. They started 5-1 on the year. Some impressive wins, including a Del Barton victory of 41-14 earlier this year. But the Lions have fallen on a bit of a losing streak, dropping the past 2 games against Seton Hall and then last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, against St. Peter's. They had a game on the schedule that was set against the Red Bank Catholic Carries that was scheduled for Halloween, but that game was canceled. So this is the last regular season game, and unfortunately, no playoffs at the freshman level. So this is it, win or lose today. But the Lions look to go out on a win here against Don Bosco. We'll see if they can make that happen. The 11U and 13U junior Lions teams, their seasons are over. 11U got a victory against Mount Olive in their last game on Monday, 21-0. Great victory for 11U. And 13U made the postseason, unfortunately falling in the first round or in the semifinal, but to go ahead and make the postseason, good for the 13U team. And the varsity, Pope John varsity Lions, are set for this Saturday. They're going to take on Camden Catholic in the quarterfinals of the New Jersey State Tournament. So, non-public B. They're hosting that game as a 6th seed against number 11, Camden Catholic. We invite everyone to come out to Pope John High School in Sparta for that game. It's set for noon Eastern Time. So, please come out, support the Lions, and hopefully Pope John will make it a great day and advance on in that tournament. So the clock is finished here, and we have the referees being coaches at midfield, so we're almost set for football. We're going to take a short break. We'll come on back as the captains will be in midfield, and then we'll have opening kickoff between the Pope John Lions and the Don Bosco Ironmen. Come on right back to Ramsey, New Jersey right after this. Welcome back to Don Bosco Preparatory High School in Ramsey, New Jersey. For Pope John Lion freshman football, Mike Formisano here, calling today's last regular season game for the freshman Lions as they get set to take on the Ironmen. Let's go over the roster one last time before the referees meet at the middle of the field for the coin toss. We have number 0, Yaz registered. Number 6 is Giaboro. Number 9, Tommy Walton. 15 is Michael Marston. Number 19, quarterback for the Lions, Vic Fiore. 24 is Vincent Jessamaria. 29, Aiden Dialivo. 30 is Connor Johnston. 31, Seamus Corcoran. 34, Joey Labrado. Number 9, I said Tommy Walton. I had him listed as 35. That's why he was on the roster down there. So, number 40, Nick Sadowski. 45, Andrew Jessamaria. 55, Sutton Fullwood. 59, Ryan Watts. 67, Landon Hendricks. 68 is Riley Watts. 70, Emilio Morongo.
Good evening, everybody.
72, Mike Morelli. Number 86 is Jacob Post.
Season finale of freshman football between the Lions of Pope John and your Ironmen of Don Bosco. In order for this event to be fairly contested, it is expected that you will demonstrate good sportsmanship and that you will do nothing to jeopardize the safety or comfort of players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. Any and all harassment of officials, players, and or spectators will be grounds for immediate removal without warning. It simply will not be tolerated. All the high school student athletes competing today deserve the respect of everyone in attendance. Inability to comply with simple requests will cause you to lose the privilege of watching this game. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation and for making this an enjoyable, competitive experience for all.
As we pick up the roster for Pope John freshman football, the head coach of the Lions is Christian Vosa. Assistant coach Jack Morelli. Athletic trainer is Gerard Graziano. And the Pope John High School athletic director is Brian McAleer. I am Mike Formisano. We are here live at Don Bosco Prep.
If everybody could please rise.
And now we all rise for the national
The flag is
anthem.
located to the right of the scoreboard.
our national anthem. And welcome back to Don Bosco Prep High School in Ramsey, just south of New York State and the New York State border right outside of Mahwah. We're here live. It's the Pope John Lions freshman football team against the Don Bosco Ironmen. One last huddle on the sidelines with Pope John. We'll see the captains head out to center field for the coin toss. Again, this is the last regular season game for the freshman football team and no postseason at this level. So this is it. But the freshman players, they will head to Pope John High School on Saturday for the varsity quarterfinal against Camden Catholic. That is a 6-11 matchup. Pope John, the 6th-ranked team in non-public B for the New Jersey State Tournament. And that will be at noon on Saturday. So please make sure to head to Pope John High School for that. Captains on the field, Vic Fiore, number 19. Number 34 is Joy Lebrano. Number 29, Aiden D'Olivo. And number 45, Andrew Jessamaria, as they are headed out for the coin toss. You can already see the sun setting here. It's a pretty warm day for November 7th, but it does drop down at night, and you can see with daylight savings time already happening, the sun's going to set rather quickly, so I would not be surprised if the second half is going to be played under the lights here. No, the captain's still at midfield, receiving the ground rules from the referees. As I said before, the Lions started 5-1 on the season, had a really good start, but have fallen on a bit of a hard time the past couple of games. Defeats against Seton Hall Prep. No, I'm sorry, not Seton Hall Prep. It was against St. Joe's in Montvale, and then against St. Peter's 2 weeks ago. So Seton Hall was the last victory that Pope John had. So 5-3 on the year. Last game today. Now the captains head back to the sideline. Pope John will be in their white jerseys with blue trim, white pants, and the golden domes, golden helmets with the blue paint on the face mask. Don Bosco in their maroon jerseys with white trim and white pants with white helmets. Pope John heading to the left side of the field. They'll be going left to right on your screen. And the referee hands the ball over to Seamus Corcoran, number 31. So the Lions will be kicking to start the game. So the Lions going left to right as we start the first quarter. Don Bosco going right to left. 5-3 Pope John Lion freshman football team looking to add one more victory to this season. Here's the whistle. Corcoran standing at his own 31. Approaches the ball. High end over end kick down to the far sideline. Received by Don Bosco. Running up the far side. Cuts back to the hash marks. Has room to run inside the 50 to 45, 40. And is brought down at the 40-yard line. Tackle made by number 30, Carter Johnston. Thomas Mitchell making the run there for Don Bosco. Big return for him. Being tackled at the 40-yard line by Johnston. It'll be 1st and 10, Don Bosco. Referee spot the ball at the 39-yard line. Pope John already at the line of scrimmage. Don Bosco near the bench, huddling, and they'll start the first offensive play of the game. Well, the Ironmen racing out to the line of scrimmage now, go right up to the line. Quarterback number 8 in the shotgun for the Ironmen. Here's a snap. They'll run it right up the middle. Cuts to his left towards the near sidelines at the 30, the 25. Around a tackler, number 15, and brought down at about the 12-yard line. We got a flag on the play, and we're going to see what that's about. Just underway here at Don Bosco Prep in Ramsey, New Jersey. So the penalty is going to bring the ball back to about the 30-yard line. So overall 9-yard gain with the penalty included. Don Bosco had gotten down to close to the 10, 12-yard line inside the red zone, but now kicked back out due to the penalty. Clock being kept on the field by officials here. So we'll just say it's early in the first quarter. First offensive series. Number 8 quarterback for Don Bosco under center. Barking out signals. Takes a snap. He rolls to the far side to the hash mark. Tackled by number 86, Jacob Post. Post coming in and bringing down the Don Bosco signal caller. And so that'll bring up second down for the Ironmen. A quarterback keeper. Brings the ball to 28-yard line. So it's enough for a first down. First and 10, Don Bosco. Ironmen up to the line. Here's a snap. Handoff to tailback. Wrapped up by Post. And number 9, Tommy Walton. Good tackle by the Lions defensive lineman. Post and Walton bringing down the tailback, number 22. So Don Bosco in the huddle. No gain on the play. Second and 10. Quarterback under center. Is a pitch back to 22 to the near hash mark. Is brought down there. We got a flag on the play. Number 45, Andrew Jessamaria in on the tackle, but we'll see what the penalty's about. Face mask call against Pope John, and that'll be an automatic first down for the Ironmen. Face mask against Pope John and Don Bosco with 15 yards and an automatic first. I think they're talking with Jacob Post, so I believe the penalty's going to be against him. That'll move the ball from the 25. We'll see where it's spotted by the referee. They place the ball over at the 23-yard line. Well, that'll bring up actually second and 5. It's not an automatic first. It was an inadvertent face mask, so it's not the big 15-yarder, but a 5-yard penalty. Number 22 up the left side, brought down by a host of Lions. Number 24, Vincent Jessamaria. Number 72, Mike Morelli, in on the tackle. Really close to a first down there for Don Bosco, but they're in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Ironmen up to the line. We have a whistle. Stoppage in play. The referee is instructing number 11 of Don Bosco to go off the field on a substitution. Number 9 coming in for the Ironmen. So, 3rd and 1. Here's the snap. Number 8, hand up to 22. Cuts up the left side. That's actually number 2 for Don Bosco. And we'll get down to about the 5, maybe 4-yard line. So, big run by number 2 for the Ironmen. And that'll bring up 1st and goal for Don Bosco. Well, Don Bosco able to get a long, sustained drive here in the first quarter into the red zone, and now it's 1st and goal. Ironmen up to the line. Number 8, under center. I formation, 22 to fullback, 22 to tail. Man in motion is number 1 for the Ironmen. Here's the snap. He fakes it. Quarterback sacked in the backfield by Pope John. Number 30, Connor Johnston with the quarterback sack. And that'll drop Don Bosco back for a loss. It'll be 2nd and long for the Ironmen. Spot the ball at the 14, so about a 10-yard loss for Don Bosco there. Connor Johnston with the sack. Big defensive play by number 30 for Pope John. Second and goal to go from the 14. Ironmen in the huddle. They break the huddle, come to the line. Quarterback now, number 8 in the shotgun. 22 to the left of him. 2 wideouts. 22 will move out towards the near side. 8 with the keeper, up the middle. Cuts to his right. Mike Morelli all over him and brings down number 8. But not before he gains most of the lost yardage on the sack back. And so now Don Bosco down to the 3, maybe 2-yard line. 3rd and goal, or more manageable for Don Bosco, 2 or 3-yard attempt. Midway through the first quarter, no score between the Pope John Lions and the Don Bosco Ironmen. We're glad you're with us. The lights are already coming on here at Don Bosco Prep, so we'll have sun probably for another 40 minutes, and then by the time we get to the second half, this game will be under the lights. Don Bosco wants to talk things over. They'll call time. We'll take time as well. Midway through the first, no score. Don Bosco threatening against Pope John. We'll be back to Ramsey, New Jersey, right after this. Welcome back to Ramsey, New Jersey, and Don Bosco Prep High School for Pope John Lion freshman football. 3rd and goal for the Ironmen from the 3-yard line. Quarterback under center. Takes the snap, hands off to the fullback up the middle. Touchdown, Don Bosco.
Touchdown, number 24, Tyler Moreta.
Number 24, Tyler Moreta with the run up the middle and the Don Bosco touchdown. That gives the Ironmen a 6-0 lead. Well, after the Connor Johnston sack on first down, you thought that maybe Pope John would be able to keep Don Bosco out of the end zone, maybe force him into a field goal kick, but the Ironmen got the yardage back on second and score on third. Here's the extra point. It's up. It's good.
Extra point is good.
It's going to make the score. 7-0 Don Bosco, and they will kick off to Pope John. We'll be back for the kickoff to the Lions right after this.
Thursday the me a peep. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a soul I beat. Can't trust anything that you saw on IG. Just know about this.
Welcome back to Ramsey, New Jersey and Don Bosco Preparatory High School for Pope John Lion freshman football. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's action as the Don Bosco Ironmen take a 7-0 lead over the Pope John Lions. Ironmen will kick off to Pope John now. And Lions going left to right on your screen. To receive the kick, number 0, Yaz registered. Number 31, Seamus Corcoran back there. Along with number 24, Vincent Jessamering in the middle of the field. So, sun is setting quick here with the moon in the sky to the south. The lights already on here at Don Bosco Prep. Here is the kick. And it's a short kick. It'll go to the far side, takes a Don Bosco bounce, and Corcoran raises up the field to field it. Corcoran steps out of bounds, or he would have had more yardage, gets the ball back up to about the 45-yard line, and that is where Pope John will start up. Number 19, Vic Fiore, the quarterback for the Lions, making his way out to the field. Ball spotted at the 40 of Pope John. So they say Corcoran stepped out of bounds a little earlier than I thought. First and 10 for Pope John as they look to get on the scoreboard after Don Bosco has the opening salvo. Fiore in the gun. He's got register to his right. Here's the snap. Fiore drops back the pass. Fires complete down the sideline. The ball comes loose, just saying that it was a fumble. No signal from the referees. The Don Bosco sideline saying it was a fumble. We'll get confirmation. Yeah, it looks like Pope John did hold on to it. I believe the pass was out to number 29, Aiden DiLivo. And so an 8-yard reception for DiLivo, and it'll bring up 2nd and 2. Pope John to the line. They're at the 48. They've got to get to the 50-yard line, midfield, for a first. Fiore in the gun. Register to his right. Here's the snap. Hand off the register to his left. Towards the far hash mark. Up the sideline. And gets to about the Don Bosco 40. And a Pope John first down. Good run by Register. Cutting up the far side towards the left side of the field. Got past the hash mark. Broke the 45 and then got tackled at about the 40. So a first down by Pope John. A 12-yard run by Yaz Register. And now the Lions coming back to the sideline, talk things over with the coaches, taking time. I believe that is the end of the first quarter. So, end of 1 here at Don Bosco Prep in Ramsey, New Jersey. It'll be the Pope John Lions trailing Don Bosco 7-0 when we come back for second quarter action. Come on back right after this. Welcome back to Ramsey, New Jersey and Don Bosco Prep High School for Pope John Lion freshman football. Mike Formasano here calling today's game. We switch sides now. Pope John now going right to left on your screen as we start the second quarter. It's 1st and 10 on the Don Bosco 40. Ball on the near hash mark. Fiore in the gun. Register to his right. Here's a snap. Fumbles the snap, but Register falls on it. It popped right in and out of Fiore's hands. He signals right away, my bad. But Register saves him and falls on the ball and gets it back to almost the 40. Got it to the 42. So Lions lose 2, but they'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So now 2nd and 12. And Fiore knows, what happened there. And I'm sure is intent on making sure that doesn't happen again. Fiore in the gun. DiLivo in motion. Fiore takes a snap, drops back the pass, rolls to his right, fires down the field. Just incomplete off the fingertips of Seamus Corcoran. As Corcoran was on the far sideline there, the 10-yard line. Just couldn't bring it in. It may have skinned his fingertips, but just out of his reach. 3rd and 12 now for Pope John. Fiore speaking with head coach Christian Vosa. Getting some last-minute instructions on a big 3rd and 12 play for the Lions. Fiore going for the home run ball there to Corcoran. We got a penalty on the play. It's going to be against Don Bosco, so they're going to move the ball up to the 27-yard line. And with that, it'll be a first down. 1st and 10 for Pope John on the late Don Bosco penalty. Here's Fiore to the sideline to Walton. Walton makes the catch at the 20 and is knocked out of bounds at about the 16, maybe 17-yard line. We'll see if it's enough for a first. And it is. It's enough for a first down. 10-yard reception by Walton from Fiore. And 1st and 10 inside the red zone now for the Lions. Ball's at the 17. Fiore in the gun. Register to his left. Here's a snap. Hand off the register. Yaz cuts up the far side. And gets about, maybe lost a yard on the play. Had trouble getting back to the line of scrimmage. So, good defensive stand there by Don Bosco. And that'll bring up 2nd and 11. Register with a loss of 1 on the play. Pope John out of the huddle. Comes to the line now. The ball on the far hash mark. 2nd and 11 for the Lions. Fiore in the gun. D'Aliva to his right. Register to his left. Fiore drops back the pass. Fires to the sideline. Has a man in Carter Johnston. And Johnston makes the catch. And is out of bounds at about the 12, maybe 13-yard line. So, good pickup by Pope John. Maybe about 5-6 yards. So he's going to 3rd and 5 for Pope John now. So the Lions with Corcoran in his leg, definitely in field goal range, you would think. But the Lions want to try for a TD. Before that, try and maybe get a first down here. They've got to get to about the 8, I say. Lions up to the line. Fiore in the gun. Register behind him. Here's a snap. Fiore fakes the handoff and is wrapped up by number 2 for the Ironmen. Brings down Fiore on the sack. Number 2 for Don Bosco. Bringing down Fiore in the backfield. And so it'll be 4th and long for Pope John. And now you wait and see. Find out what Coach Vosa does. Does he go for a possible field goal? Maybe out of Corcoran's range. Maybe not. We'll see. It's going to be a long kick for him if it is. Now, he's going to try to kick. Corcoran out to attempt the field goal. It's going to be a 39-yard attempt. Here's a snap. Placed down. The kick is up. It's a line drive. Waiting for the official signal. And I believe he missed it. It was low, and it was towards the left, so it's going to be Don Bosco ball. 1st and 10, Ironmen. As Corcoran's kick was a line drive, it went towards the bottom left corner of the field goal post. Just missed on the outside. So that will give Don Bosco the ball at the 20-yard line. That was a far kick for Corcoran. Had he made it, it would have been a 39-yard attempt. So the Lions fail to score on their first offensive drive, and now Don Bosco takes over. 1st and 10 from the 20. Quarterback is now number 5 for the Ironmen. Take the snap, we got a flag on the play. False start against Don Bosco. That'll move him back 5. 7-0 Ironmen here in the second quarter. Touchdown run from 3 yards out for Don Bosco, number 24, with the touchdown run in the first quarter. Pope John threatened there, got the ball into the red zone, knocked backwards on a loss, and then Seamus Corcoran with the 39-yard field goal attempt, just wide left. First and 15 for Don Bosco. Here's a snap to number 5. Handoff to the tailback. Avoids number 45 from Pope John, Andrew Jesamaria, but is brought down by a host of Lions near the far sideline. I don't believe he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's close. Good tackle by the Lions. Jesamaria, even though he wasn't able to bring the tailback down, number 1, was able to slow him up so that the cavalry could come in and bring the tailback down. So it was a loss of, probably back to the line. So as the second down marker, or the down marker hasn't moved, so after the penalty from before. So second and 13, maybe 14. Pitch pass over to number 22. Comes to the near sideline. Tackled at the 30. He was registered bringing him down, but it was a hold against Don Bosco, as they're saying. So I think that's going to bring him back even further. So registered with the tackle on number 22 on the near side and stops him at the 30, but a penalty against Don Bosco will push them back even further. Don Bosco getting hurt with penalties here in the second quarter. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line of the Ironmen. So second and long for Don Bosco, going left to right on your screen. Pope John going right to left in their white uniforms with blue trim and the golden domes. Here's the snap. Number 5, he'll keep it. Runs up the middle, now cuts to his left. Back up the middle again. D'Olivo crunches him and brings him down at the 20-yard line. So a gain of 3 from the quarterback on the QB keeper, but D'Olivo slamming him down to the turf. And that'll bring up third and long for Don Bosco. Ironmen lead 7-0 on a 3-yard touchdown run late first quarter. Starting to lose light even more here. The lights are already on at Don Bosco Prep High School. This is the last regular season game for, I believe, both teams. As the PA announcer here, Don Bosco, said it was for the Ironmen. It definitely is for Pope John here in early November. Here's a snap. Number 5 takes it. Drops back to pass. Fires down the field. He's got a man, number 18, on the far hash mark. Makes the catch at the 45. Gets down to about the 50. And a first down for the Ironmen. Nice pass play to number 18. He's able to make the catch in heavy traffic. They're going to say he's down at the 46 as he rolled out to midfield, but it's good enough for a first down for Don Bosco. So close to 30 yards on that reception, and the Ironmen on the move. First and 10, Don Bosco from the 46. Number 5 fakes the handoff, play action. He goes up the middle, keeping the ball. Gets about the 50. That's it. He actually did hand it off. Looked like he kept it and was going to sneak it, but number 1 able to go ahead and take the handoff there, get up to the 50-yard line, and actually across midfield to the Pope John 49. So 5-yard run by number 1, and that'll bring up second and 5. Midway through the second quarter here, Ironmen lead by a touchdown, 7-0. Don Bosco up to the line. Second and 5, Ironmen. Pope John to meet him. Don Bosco has to get to the 44 of Pope John. Here's a snap. Number 2 with the handoff. Met in the backfield by number 34, Joey Lebrano. Drops him for a loss. Good tackle by Lebrano. And so that'll be third and long for the Ironmen. So the tailback there for Don Bosco going to the far side. However, Lebrano, not fooled at all, makes the tackle. And it's now 3rd and 6. Lions looking for a break here. Maybe a turnover. Maybe something to be able to go ahead and stir things up and try and get back on the offensive side of the ball before this half is finished. They may be able to do it here if they stop Don Bosco in the start down. Here's the quarterback. He'll fake it. Now runs up the middle. He's got room to run. Up to the 40, the 35, over the 30. Sidesteps another tackler. Finally tackled at about the 26-yard line. Good run on the quarterback keeper by number 5. And that will be another Don Bosco first down. Well, the Ironmen making most of their big play opportunities. And not only a 30-yard reception to get him close to midfield, but excuse me, but now the quarterback with the keeper there on 3rd and 6. And he's able to gain a first down for the Ironmen. Here's a snap, the pitch. It's on the turf. It bounces up. And they're going to say it was forward, so it's an incomplete pass. So number 5, who was already in the gun, tried to flip it to number 2, but because the pass went forward, it's not counted as a fumble. It's actually an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10. Now bounced right up to number 2, and he would have been off to the near sideline. However, it wasn't in the backfield. It wasn't a pitch back. It was a pitch forward. So incomplete. That brings him 2nd and 10 for Don Bosco. 5 in the gun again. This time number 22 to his left. Here's the snap. 5, back to pass. Fires for the far side. Incomplete. Number 22 comes from the tailback position, racing up the far sideline, and missed that by about 2-3 yards. So, good pass play. Just a little early for number 22. So, 3rd and 10 for the Ironmen. Moving towards the late stages of the second quarter, the ball is spotted at the Pope John 26 on the far hash mark. You would think this would be too far out for the Don Bosco kicker. I mean, I've never seen him, so maybe he has a great leg. You never know. Skorker's got a strong leg, so. But 39, just a little too far for Seamus there. Actually, he had the distance, possibly. It was towards the bottom left corner. It was a line drive kick. I mean, I've seen Seamus hit from further. So, here's number 5. Across the middle to number 18. Makes the catch. It's tackled by a pair of Pope John defenders, but not before Don Bosco is able to garner the first down. So, the Ironmen on the move here and heading into the red zone. The ball now at the 14-yard line of Pope John. No, actually further. It's actually the 11. See where the officials spot the ball. They're spotting it at 13. So 1st and 10 for Don Bosco late here in the second quarter. They can get a first down if they get the ball to the 3. Ironmen already up 7-0 on Pope John in this last freshman game of the season. Amazing how quickly the football season goes. These teams started practicing in early August. I remember going out to Pope John High School every weekday in August to see what was going on with all the teams, and it's so quick. Now a pass to number 22, and that is backwards, and number 22 falls on it before Yaz Register can race up to retrieve it. So that is actually a fumble, as it was in the backfield, but 22 fell on it. It's going to bring up 4th down for Don Bosco. No, that's 2nd down. That's right. They had it first. My apologies. So 2nd down. That'll be a 9-yard loss for Don Bosco there on the fumble in the backfield. What Don Bosco's been able to do, however, in this game is that they have greatly had time of possession in their favor. So I would say at this point more than doubling at least the amount of time Pope John has had the ball. So here's number 5, back to pass. Flushed out to the right, now back to the middle. He goes back up to the left side in the middle of the field. And he's cutting to the far sideline. He's got a lane into the end zone. Touchdown, Don Bosco. Number 5 with the run. It is a 26-yard touchdown run by Ramos. Number 5. Broken play. He could have very well been dropped in the backfield, but he found a lane. And once he saw the corner and that end zone open up and no defenders, is off to the races. 13-0, Don Bosco takes the lead over Pope John. Extra point pending. Number 17 with the attempt. Number 8, the placeholder. Here's the place down. Kick up. And it is good. So the second extra point hit by Don Bosco today. And late in the second quarter, it's Don Bosco 14. Pope John no score. We'll be back for the kickoff to Pope John late here in the second, right after this. Welcome back to Don Bosco Preparatory High School in Ramsey, New Jersey. Pope John Lion Freshman Football. Mike Formasano along with you, calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday afternoon, the last regular season game for the Lions Freshman Football team of 2024. Here's the kick by number 17, high end over end kick down to about the 15, and it is received by Seamus Corcoran. Corcoran up the near side, trying to break free, can't do so. Knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. That is where Pope John will start up. First and 10 for the Lions from their own 27, maybe 28. We'll see where the ball is spotted. I always get that wrong with the referees. I'll say it's the 27, it's spotted at the 28, or the 26, or they move it up to the 25. You know, so... Oh! They move it to the 30. So there we go. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. I was even with the example numbers, that was wrong. So first and 10 from the 30. Pope John going right to left. Fiore in the gun. He got registered to his right behind him. Man in motion's Corcoran, number 31. Here's a snap. Fiore rolls to his right. Flag down. Fiore looking to fire to the sideline. He's got a man, and that is Aiden DiOlivo makes the catch, but we'll see what the penalty's about. Yeah, it's going to be against Pope John. They're going to bring it back. No, penalty against the Lions and negate the pass play from Fiore to DiOlivo. Lions trailing 14-0. Good news for the Lions is that they'll get the ball to start the second half. Bad news is they're down 2 scores. Late second quarter, Don Bosco up by 14 on Pope John. Pope John to the line. The referees checking their watches. Fiore in the gun again. From the 25, hand out to Register. Register cuts to the near side. Register's got room to run. He gets to about the 35 and is brought down there. Good run by Yaz Register, but not enough for a first down after the penalty yardage. So, timeout Pope John, and we're going to take one as well. Lions want to talk things over. We are here live at Don Bosco Preparatory High School in Ramsey, New Jersey. It's the Ironmen of Don Bosco against the Lions of Pope John. Don Bosco leads 14-0. Come on back right after this. Welcome back to Don Bosco Prep High School in Ramsey, New Jersey for Pope John Lion Freshman Football. Mike Formasano here calling today's game. Thanks so much for being with us. Pope John trailing by 2 scores. They're at the 36-yard line. Here's a snap to Fiore. Fiore fakes the handoff, gives it to Corcoran. Corcoran looking downfield, fires into triple coverage. Incomplete. Number 11 had his hands on it, started to bring it in for Don Bosco, and it was knocked incomplete. Tommy Walton, number 9, the intended receiver, but 3 Don Bosco defenders on him. So, Corcoran wanted to get rid of that ball, but it went into triple coverage and was almost intercepted. We'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Lions. Fiore in the gun, register to his left. Fiore with the hand off the register. Register up the far side. Gets to the middle of the field and is tackled there, probably at the line of scrimmage. And that is the end of the half as the referees signal that time is out. So Pope John and Don Bosco heading to the sidelines, to the corners of the field, and they'll take their halftime break. We'll take a halftime break as well. We'll start up the new feed, come on back in about 5-10 minutes. We're at halftime at Don Bosco Prep High School in Ramsey, New Jersey. It's the Don Bosco Ironmen 14, the Pope John Lions no score. Come on back for second half action after halftime.